go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring you the one and only Cloud. I'm bothering people with this whole one and only thing, aren't I? I need to stop it. Let me try and stop it. I like it. It's a nice phrase. Why won't you let me have nice things? I hate you. All right. I bring you Cloud. He is in the blue trunks. He might not be the one and only, but there's nobody he'd rather be. Can't take that away from him. Alright, okay. So, let's get on with this one, shall we? For this particular matchup, we are playing StarCraft 1 music because I just feel like it. Because it's good. Simple as that. His opponent from Team Millennium. This is Lalush. He is in the red trunks, and he is playing Zerg to the west. Lalush grabbing a very fast expansion right here. It is Terminus, so it is safe to do so. Kind of surprised that Cloud didn't go expansion first here, but I suppose against Zerg it's a little bit of a bad idea, and Lalush has been known to cheese every now and again. Can be somewhat risky. Lalush having a look around and seeing what he can see. He sees that that area is blocked off. Not so pleasant. He wanted to go in. He wanted to deliver some delicious cake to his new neighbor. But it's not going to happen, unfortunately. And now they are at war. That's how the Zerg versus Terran war started, folks, if you didn't already know. Spawning pool coming down right there for Lalush, obviously slightly later as a result of going for that very fast hatchery first. And this is probably going to be some kind of Hellion play again, I would think, by the looks of it. Moving the barracks out there, perhaps to put on an add-on, like, say, a reactor, Red Flame Hellions early on. Definitely a possibility. I don't see any reason not to do that. Alright. The question is, what are we going to see from Lalush? Now, Lalush played quite defensively there. Forgets Baneling speed. I think this is a thing that Lalush does quite a lot. He's not the only player to do it, certainly. But he does do this quite a bit. He did it in DreamHack as well, and I kind of screwed him over. There's a couple of upgrades he seems to forget every now and again. There's a scouting going on from Cloud. He sees what he's up against. He's probably feeling quite comfortable to go for some early Hellion harassment. Speed upgrade coming in. No Roach Warren as of yet for Lalush. Expansion to follow up right now from Cloud. There's the tech lab on that. So there's a possibility of a swap around here. But I would imagine that he's just going to grab that tech lab and start researching infantry upgrades from that, as opposed to just swapping that over. I mean, there's a possibility one way or the other that he could do either. It just doesn't make a huge amount of sense. I mean, building a tech lab doesn't really save you all that much time. So I'd expect to see infantry upgrades out of that. In the meantime, we do have a couple of Red Flame Hellions moving across the board, and 2 more on the way. Single Spine Crawler coming up the front. A rather large natural there. It could be easily exploited by Red Flame Hellions. No sign of a swap around or indeed any kind of upgrade from Cloud at the moment, relying purely on the Hellions. It's fine for the time being. Honestly, Roach Warren is now coming up. Cloud's going to see that immediately. He could sprint past that Spine Crawler, but he decides to deny the creep spread instead. Gain a little bit more map control and gain him the ability to hopefully attack this area. Lalush forming a partial wall off right here. It feels so much more dramatic with StarCraft 1 music in the background. I don't know why. Why is that? I don't know, I just think it's better. It's as simple as that. Alright. Cloud now pushing forward, or at least denying creep spread now and denying map control. I think Lalush can very easily take a third here, so he's not really denying that. Cloud could try and sneak in. And he could get past here, honestly. He could get into that mineral line. I just don't know how much damage he's going to be able to do. And it is, of course, a little bit risky. The Zerglings might get there a little bit too fast and get the surround, and that will be a bit of a disaster for Cloud. Cloud taking an early third. Why would you not on this map? Why, oh, why would you not? Really good decision there by Cloud. I like that. He's trying to poke in there, and he can't get in. There's now too many Zerglings on the field. Lalush with an aggressive redeployment of Spine Crawlers. And is he trying to tempt Cloud to go in? Cloud goes in, does a little bit of damage, gets out of there. He's not willing to stick around. Now the single Roach able to do some damage to those Hellions, push him away, and continue to gain purchase on this area. Cloud with this very, very good technique of trying to restrict creep spread, trying to restrict his opponent's expansions. The problem is it's Terminus, so it's not as effective as it is on Shakuras, as he can easily take that very protected third. Single Hellion now eliminated, a lot of damage done to the rest of them, and Cloud continues with this harassment, doing reasonable damage to that. A Roach finally incinerated there. It's a good animation there. I feel they spent a lot of time on that animation. It's a shame because you don't get to see it all that often. Alright, Cloud's taking his third, looking quite nice right now. Tanks in defensive positions. Lalush not getting aggressive at all. Lalush quite a passive player, so it's not really all that much of a surprise. A couple of Zerglings pushing forward and get roasted nice and easy. The follow-up will be primarily bio, marine tank composition, 3 more barracks on the way. Cloud lacking in any semblance of upgrades here. Those marines don't have a damn thing. No marine shields, no stim, no +1 of any sort. Lalush now able to push forward, needs to try and take map control with the creep, gain visibility, and of course, able to take his fourth, in fact, because he's already, I would imagine, aware that Cloud has taken that, because he's got that Overlord right there in position. He knows exactly what's going on. It's going to be Mutalisks right here from Lalush. Sensible bet, harassing the third with Mutas is nice and easy. Hell, harassing the natural with Mutas is nice and easy, thanks to this position in open space right there, the void that they can easily escape into. Lalush now pushing forward, a trio of creep tumors coming forward just to make sure they don't get denied. Of course, the more creep tumors you have, the more you can expand them. Always lovely. Baneling Nest on the way as well. I'm hoping he doesn't forget Baneling Speed this time, because I think it really did cripple him in the last game. Banelings against Marine Tank is fine if you have Baneling Speed, not if you don't. Cloud seems content to stick on 3 bases for the moment, and finally now getting upgrades for his Marines. I don't think he's really he's not going to push out at all. He's going to have to play extremely passively now, just from a lack of Medivacs and a lack of Stimpack far too easily. Yeah, try the sentences, my god. I haven't had a lot of sleep, which is probably what's screwing up my speech, but far too easy to nail down your opponent in that situation. No drop capability just yet from Cloud either. And now there's Lalush's fourth. Cloud not really in a position to threaten it. A couple of Hellions might be able to poke in there and do a bit of damage to the mineral line once there is a mineral line to damage. In the meantime, Infestors on the way up for Lalush, looking no doubt to go through to the Hive Tech. Lalush not really all that spread out in terms of his Overlords. I think he's a little bit paranoid about them being picked off. A lot of Overlords there that could be in better positions. Now Lalush deciding to move out with that. It'd be nice to see Lalush grab at the pneumaticized Carapace upgrade. Not getting increased in cost. I'm pretty sure that used to be 50-50. Now Cloud looking to set up a contain on this fourth. Is he able to do so? He is. He's got the units for it. With quite a lot of Marines. Stim not available yet, but it will be up momentarily, and that +1 upgrade coming in as well. Lalush with a really small army. This is not uncommon for Lalush at all. Very much a greedy macro player. At this stage of the game, he's not building units, he's droning, he's expanding. Cloud is able to deny that fourth, so he must be extremely happy about that. A couple of Hellions just checking for ninja expansions. It's a good map for it. A lot of potential areas that you can expand in. Cloud has decided to pull back at this point. He's not worried. Lalush is going to take an expansion a little bit lower down this time around. Potentially risky because it could be spotted by that Zelnaga Watchtower. However, Lalush is sitting on that with a single Roach, so at least they'll have some warning if that Zelnaga is going to be taken. Upgrades are plenty coming in for Cloud now. This is the Cloud we know and love. +2 infantry weapon, +1 vehicle, +1 infantry armor, combat shield coming in as well. Hive Tech is on the way up for Lalush, so looking for Broodlords, I would imagine, at this point. That said, with these Infestor out on the Ling, I mean, it's a possibility they could be going for Ultras, but yeah, I think maybe he is. You never know. He's going +2/+2, which is much more beneficial to Ultras than it would be for Broodlords, so possibility that he's going for the Stefano style. I suppose you can call it that. A lot of other players do this as well, but Stefano has sort of made it famous after his IPL 3 victories of Infestor Ling into Ultra. Seems to do the job. Lalush pushing forward now with this big force. This is his mid-game surge. It's what you tend to see from Lalush. He'll be very, very passive for the first 15 or so minutes, and then he'll get this big surge of units in the mid-game and try to do a lot of damage with it. In the meantime, Cloud is actually pushing up in this direction, picking off a couple of Overlords here and there. Upgrade count for Cloud is not looking too good now, but I have a feeling he's going to have these sorted out by the time that this force from Lalush goes in. Lalush delaying a little bit. Could get in there before the +2 completes, but I think he's got a time push of his own in mind with the +2/+2, and there is the Adrenal Glands upgrade. It is indeed the Stefano-style Ultraless Cavern. Makes perfect sense. There's a big charge right here. Once again, no Baneling Speed. Why Lalush, build this? I don't know, but there's a big fungal right there to the left flank. Can he charge into that? Can he break it? Yes, he can. He's got the damage. He's got the chops for it. Able to eliminate most of those tanks. And the last tank eliminated there by that roach. A lot of damage inflicted there by him. However, I'm still a little bit concerned about this. Cloud didn't take any economic damage from that push, and that was quite expensive. Look at the resources lost, for instance. A lot of Infestors thrown away there. A lot of Lings and Banelings. Ling, Baneling, okay. Infestors, not so much. Not happy with losing those. Only 3 Infestors currently on the field, looking for Ultralisk upgrades right here. Nothing wrong with Ultralisk to break Marine tank siege lines. Very, very good idea. Notice a complete lack of harassment right now from the one and only Cloud. I've said it again, haven't I? Oh, God. Lalush sitting on 5 bases, and Cloud is denied for the moment. This 4th coming in, I'd imagine that... Oh, is that Baneling? No, Baneling's not in the right position. How unfortunate. That would have been really nice, but it's okay. He's got 5,000 Zerglings coming in. If he's able to draw those Marines over those Banelings, that would be extremely unpleasant, but he doesn't need it. He's got great upgrades, and... yes, there you go. Big damage right there by Lalush. Excellent play. Unfortunately, running right into a siege tank line right there. He's not able to deny the 4th. He can do good damage to it. He can't stop it, but there's a 6th coming up here from Lalush down to the bottom. Big macro style, looking good there. Now Cloud looking for drops. Is it perhaps a little bit late for that? The thing is, if he goes in this direction, he's actually going to go past that hatchery, so he can very easily deny that. Getting over there is an absolute pain in the ass at this point. So I have a feeling that's going to be denied very, very easily indeed. Will Cloud decide to drop on it? Yes, he will. In the meantime, it's ultras aplenty for Lalush. Oh, he's going to catch the drone transfer as well. Absolutely fantastic there for Cloud. Those drones will be slaughtered incredibly rapidly. Even with the +2 armor. Sorry, it doesn't help all that much. Zerglings coming around the back to at least stop the denial of that base, but most of the drones were killed. Only 2 survive. Cloud with a very defensive siege line right here, going once again for this sensor tower to give him some early warning. More Ultralisks required for Lalush, I feel. He's going to need to batter his way through that siege line. Ultras are a perfect way to make that happen. +3 on the way. Surely he will decide to push with that. Cloud has held onto this drop and is now looking to do damage here, but there's Banelings and Zerglings prepared for that, so I wouldn't be too concerned. Here comes the big push from Lalush, potentially. 5 Ultras, not as many as I would like, honestly. Infestor count is at 5, though, so the combo is good. 3 more Infestors to back that up. Lots of scans going down. The Ultras now charging forward. There's the upgrades. Extremely heavy upgrades on everything he's got right there. Cloud is actually slightly behind in terms of upgrades, which is quite unusual for Cloud, really. Cloud, however, has managed to secure a 5th down here. It now comes down to Lalush to find an area that he can poke his way through. Ghosts coming up. Deal with those Infestors and, of course, do some damage to the Ultras as well. And here we go. There's the EMP going down the Infestors. Ultras trying to charge forward. Lalush actually doesn't have the numbers here, I feel. I'm not sure if this is so good an idea. I mean, look at the size of Cloud's army right now. Lalush just sort of poking at them just a little bit. Needs more Ultras. Needs more Lings. If he's able to get in there with the Ultras and then charge in with the Lings, that'll be good. Oh, miss micro right there. 2 Infestors picked off nice and easy. Cloud will be very happy about that. There are 6 more Infestors available. That's something to consider. Lalush still doesn't have what he needs to break that siege line yet. He's going to need more Infestors. He's going to need more Lings. He's got a Spire coming up as well, looking perhaps to transition into Broodlord to break through that. In the meantime, Cloud is just happily sitting on 5 bases, mining his little heart out. 92 drones for Lalush. He needs it, considering the amount of bases he's got. But of course, it does limit the size of his army somewhat. A nuke on the way up for Cloud. Perhaps a good idea. Against a big engagement like that, a nuke would be extremely effective. Of course, harassment is a possibility as well. +3 vehicle weapon, +3 infantry armor, upgrades, and 2 more command centers. And Lalush just sort of hanging around, isn't he? Lalush's such a passive player all the time. It's amazing. He just likes to chill, I guess. He's not really so concerned about doing anything. His army is maxed out. The question is, what does he do with it? Has he got enough Ultras to break the line? He's got 8? Potentially. In the meantime, we've got this drop right here as Cloud is able to deny the Spire. Nuke coming down. God, there it is. It's going to drop down right there. It's shame the army's not there. Lalush hasn't actually spotted it yet. This is the problem with having too much territory. Nuclear missile. Down it goes. That entire mineral line eviscerated. Nicely done right there. In the meantime, a drop tries to harass this. I don't even know what base this is now. The 6th. Not able to do a huge amount of damage. Spine crawlers coming down to defend that. It's what he really needs, considering his drone count at the moment. That said, as you can see, Cloud has done a good job of clearing up a little bit of supply for him. And here comes the Ultra Charge. Is he going to try and break this, or is he simply going to continue to play this defensive style? Wow. Okay. Cloud, 3 nukes on the way. Oh, yes. I'm liking this a lot. EMP right there on the Infestors. Some energy taken away. Not all of it. It's only 100. In the meantime, here we go. Lalush with an aggressive defense as Cloud attempts to push out and claim territory. A number of Ultralisks sliced to pieces, actually. Cloud really heavily upgraded here. Marauders tend to rip Ultralisks apart. I'm really interested to see what ends up happening with these nukes, I've got to say. Lalush holds on for the time being. Army supply count is in favor of Lalush, but nukes do make the difference here. Nukes count for a hell of a lot of supply. Nuclear launch detected right here on that base. How many more nukes are we going to see? He's pulled off of that line. Nice and smart play there. Lalush is able to catch that one immediately. But the thing is, if that gets hit, I think 2 more nukes take it out. So one way or the other, you're still doing damage to a hatchery. Got a Zergling drop moving in over here. We're playing Hunt the Ghost right now. Nice creepy music in the background. Where is the ghost? Who knows? Lalush changeling spawns, because hey, why not? Okay, another nuke coming down. Where? There it is. On this expansion down to the bottom here. Of course, the spine crawlers aren't getting out there in time. Drone speed. Oh, nice pickup right there. Lalush is able to deny that nuke from coming down. Cloud really needs to get a nuke in an engagement here. Lalush is just sitting there. He's taken another base, macroing down to the bottom of this map. A little bit of a Zergling drop is easily denied here. Nothing really done in the process. Almost lost that Overlord. And now there's a big load up here by Cloud. If he actually deploys on the other side, he might be able to hit that Overlord, maybe. But this big, massive drop here going to easily deny this hatchery and potentially push onto this one as well. In the meantime, Lalush expands, or no, he doesn't. That's Lalush denying an expansion. Cloud attempts to go to the top of the map. Another Zergling drop here by Lalush, which is doing a little bit of damage, I have to admit, but not a huge amount. A couple of Marauders trying to take out this hatchery. That's simply not going to happen. This is a very, very passive game from both players, honestly. Extremely passive. Zergling's working on the supply depots of Cloud. I'd imagine Cloud has a few of those spare, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. And now Cloud with a very slow push forward. However, there's a lot of Ultralisks there. This could be potentially dangerous, and that is a fungal and a massive infested Terran group. Dropping down on that, easily broken through. Ultras smashing their way through that, and infested Terrans aplenty. Oh my, Santa has quite a few treats in his sack for you. Lots of snipes, a couple of Ultras taken out, and that base down at the bottom denied as well. Lush holds onto this one, but it is in a fairly untenable position, very easily dropped. At this point, what we need to look at is how many mining bases are available. This is the most important thing. Lush has 1 mining base here. He's got 1 mining base here. This base is mined out. This base is almost mined out. This base is almost mined out. And he's got 1 mining base there. So currently sitting on 3 mining bases for the most part. Well, how many does Cloud have? Cloud is mined out there. Another nuke coming down. Where is it? Where is the nuke? Let's play spot the nuke. Where's the nuke? There's the nuke. I think not. Lalush with plenty of overseers to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh, those were expensive. Zergling's cleaning up the ghost very, very nicely there. No drop coming in either. Just there's simply nothing to drop on it with. I think Lalush has actually got this, honestly. He's got a reasonably sized army, but I don't know. Let's have a look at how many mining bases there are. 1 mining base there. These bases aren't really doing anything, honestly. 2nd mining base there. Lalush looking for the surround with those ultras, but it's not happening. He doesn't have the infestors, are a little bit too far behind. Oh, big fungal, but is it enough to crack his way through there? Potentially it is. That's a lot of lings. Oh, is he able to break it? There are so many medifacts. The single Ultralisk must avenge its brothers. Simply not happening, I'm afraid. Annihilated there. And here comes the counter push right there, but a fungal grabs it as it comes in. A second fungal to follow that one up. There is the EMP. That deals with the infestors, certainly. Baneling's now moving in, but no Baneling speed. Why? Why, Lalush, do you not build Baneling speed? I don't understand. It makes me sad, Lalush. It makes me sad. I don't like it. Now Cloud with big pressure coming in. Not a huge number of units. He's actually got one medevac for every infantry unit on the field right now. Leia B. Jackson style. Oh my, now Cloud forcing his way through Lalush's defenses, and that's one mining base that will be eliminated right here. Is there enough to follow up? More Ultras charging through the lines here. Will this be a cleanup? I should certainly think so with that many Ultras. Siege tank being sliced into ribbons by the Kaiser Blades here. In the meantime, another drop down to the bottom as another one of Lalush's bases is denied. I haven't had the chance to check mining bases for Cloud. Oh, nicely picked up by Lalush. Grabs several medevacs right there with some excellent infested Terran play. Yet more pushes as this game goes backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Another fungal, and that Ultra will easily clean up anything that comes in for that push. Do we have time to look at mining bases? Are you going to let me do it? Yes. One mining base. Two mining bases. Three mining bases. Yep, 3 mining bases right now for Cloud. Versus 1 mining base. That's a lot of Banelings, Lalush. 2 mining bases. 3 mining bases. 4 mining bases. 5 mining bases for Lalush, is it? 4? No, 4 mining bases for Lalush. So Lalush with the advantage there. Difficult to keep count of these damn things. Alright, here we go once again. Cloud getting a little bit pushy. Wants to try and deny the rebuilding of this particular mining base. In the meantime, Lalush says no to that planetary fortress. So that's that one denied. So I believe that's only 2 mining bases now for Cloud. You can have a look at income if you like, and you'll notice that it's, wow, Lalush is slightly behind in that regard. Cloud not even relying on mules to make that happen. That's another mining base denied for Lalush. But this is just a base trade right now. Lalush has had enough. Going straight for this one. This base is torn into ribbons. It really didn't have a lot of minerals left, but that's a lot of gas that Cloud can no longer use. Cloud is still sitting on 1,500 gas, though. 3,500 gas floating for Lalush. Another aggressive push right here by Cloud. Lalush has got to stop this. It's a messy base trade. Big Baneling detonations, and Cloud not able to get out of the way in time. Will the Banelings clean everything up? They will not. And that base is down again. Army supply count in favor of Cloud still, even after losing all those units to Banelings. Lalush continues the push. But Cloud is looking pretty strong here. It's difficult to call either way at this point. Look at units lost. Lalush has lost a lot more, but he's mined a lot more. Another mining base denied. That base, once again, untenable. This is the problem. Lalush now no longer really has any solid mining bases. He's got 2 coming up here. They've both been scanned. And Lalush really needs to do huge damage here right now. Oh, a nice grab right there with the infest. Does he have enough fungal growth to take those medevacs out? I believe he does. Oh, yes. He kind of wishes he had a few Hydras here, I think, now. It's a lot of energy to take out that many medevacs, and sadly, they would. All that loaded up. In the meantime, an attempted push right here. Bio push 3-3, moving its way up. Not a lot of medevac support here. The potential for Lalush to catch this out and do a lot of damage. Moving out as quickly as he can. His creep spread is pretty decent, giving him a sprint across the map. Another mining base denied, and this one will probably go down before the forces of Lalush manage to get there to stop that from happening. Lalush has been starved to death here by Cloud. Strangled over the course of 35 minutes. EMP goes down. A little bit of sniping action as well, not really doing a huge amount. Now, Lalush does have the slightly larger army. He doesn't have anywhere he can apply it. He's got to do damage. He must now, otherwise he will lose this game. He doesn't have anywhere he can mine anymore. This is his income. It's not looking good. Cloud's income, admittedly, is not looking good either, because Cloud isn't mining, I don't think. Yeah, he's actually out of mining bases too, so this is silly. There's a big fungal. Is he able to crack his way through? Does he have the ultra count? Yes, he does. The fungal. Oh, it's a pile of bodies. It's a charnel house on the ground right here. Oh my, oh my. The butcher's bill has been paid now. Look at this. Catching up nicely is Lalush. Does he have the army he needs to keep pushing, though? 60 to 57. Both of these guys getting bled dry. Cloud can't expand because of creep in both directions. He'll be able to deploy momentarily, but the Ultras, Infestors, and a few Infested Terrans here for good measure, looking to try and deny that once again. Here's the big transfer. A few Roaches coming in from the back to try and stop it from happening. Cloud looks like he's going to be able to secure that expansion, and that's what he needed to do. In the meantime, Lalush is mining from this base and also trying to rebuild right here. There's not a lot of minerals left. This map is getting to the point where it's almost mined out. Mining out Terminus is fairly impressive, folks. 55 army supply to 50. Work supply count without question in favor of Cloud. But he needs to be able to mine. Finally, it looks like he's got a mining base up. That's a lot of mules coming down immediately. He's finally got mining again. So happy he will be. Infestors are lurking, however. If that entire mineral line goes down... Oh, scan right there by Cloud. Really smart. Incredibly smart play. That could have been that entire mineral line decimated. That would have been a major upset for Cloud right there. Lalush mining from this base, and it will be mining from this one momentarily. Army supply now in favor of Cloud. Supply count in favor of Cloud. I think this is the point where Cloud really takes momentum in this game and is able to win it. Plenty of drop harassment going down. Lalush is unable to expand safely to either of these points here. Too much drop harassment to deal with. Cloud holding on to this base for dear life. This one not deployed simply because of that Overlord denying it once again. A small army here to crack this defense. If the defense goes down, that's the mining base denied. If it does not, then I have a feeling Lalush is going to have to GG. There's the fungal growths on the entire force right there. The Ultra is decimated, however. There's not enough firepower there to deal with it. Even the Infested Terrans are not going to be able to break that. Easily defended there by Cloud.